Palmair European was a British tour operator with its head office in the Space House in Bournemouth. Palmair offered a charter and scheduled flight service on behalf of Bath Travel. Its main base was at Bournemouth Airport. Palmair has now stopped any flights for the foreseeable future, and the airline has been placed into deep freeze until the economic climate improves. Palmair, founded in 1993, was founded by Peter Bath. People who worked for Palmair described Peter Bath made Palmair feel like it was a family. Sadly, on the 22nd December 2006, founder Peter Bath, who had previously seen off every single flight personally, died at age 79. Moving on to Palmair's fleet. They had one 737-200, which you can now see at Bournemouth Aviation Museum. They also have a 737-500, and also not forgetting that Palmair also operated a British Aerospace 146-300 that operated from April 1993 to November 1999 until it went on to Aer Lingus commuter. Now we're going to do a tour of the 737-200, which can be seen at the Bournemouth Aviation Museum. So enjoy this video as we tour around this beautiful aircraft.
This exhibition celebrates 50 years of Palmair, including the last 17 years when Palmair operated its own airline with just one plane. You're now on an actual Boeing 737-200, which flew for Palmair European. The exhibits around you are a tribute to Palmair's dedicated office staff, pilots, cabin crew, who maintain Palmair as Britain's best airline for over 12 years.
One of the South's most respected and best-loved businessmen is Bath Benny. He died shortly before Christmas at the age of 79. Mr. Bath was the chairman of Bath Travel and the founder of Palmair, which celebrates 50 years of flying from Bournemouth in 2007. He was legendary for seeing off all of his company's flights in person.
He was a giant in many areas. He was one of the leading Rotarians in Bournemouth Rotary. He was president. He obviously was an important man here at the airport. He did a lot of work for Bournemouth Heart Club. Of course, there was Palmair. There were the various airlines that he's had. This one, Palmair European, is the second airline that he's run. The first time I came here with him, I was about 5 years old, and he took me out onto the tarmac to see off a Vickers Viscount with 48 passengers on board, going to Palma with a technical stop in France. And I used to love it when I was a child, to go out there and be able to stand by the plane when the engine started up, and the propellers turned and the noise. And I was very proud of him then. I'm even more proud of him now. One thing people ask is, now that your father's not around anymore, is someone else going to step into the breach? And the answer to that is no. No one really can follow in his footsteps as far as seeing the flights off. It's so sad that he didn't quite make his 50th year, 2007. It would also have been his 80th birthday, and we had extensive plans for July the 24th, 2007. And some of those we're still going to run through, and they will be spectacular. I think that many of the staff would say that they worked not for the company, but they worked for Peter Bath. Everywhere that he trod, he seemed to collect admirers. I think that the fact that he is no longer with us means that we now have to work extra hard to do other things which are good and innovative and exciting to make up for the fact that we haven't got our leader anymore. I would think the testament to PJ will be the rapport that he had with almost everybody that knew him. And just walking around this airport this morning has been difficult because everybody I see who works here stops me for a 1-minute chat. So we'll miss him desperately.
Sandra now, because you sort of look forward to being the same time, but it's sort of a bit like a family. It's like having your family at the airport with you, sending you off on holiday, which is lovely. I mean, he He's a lovely man.
We actually did a day
Lovely
trip to Cairo where he saw us off at 5 o'clock in the morning. It was a 5-hour flight there. And when the plane got back about 11 o'clock that night, he was still at the airport to welcome everyone back from their day trip. So
I hope you enjoyed this tour around this Palm Air 737-200. This Palm Air 737-200 was in service between November 1999 to November 2006. It could seat up to 130 passengers and had two Pratt & Whitney JD8D15A engines. And finally, the Spirit of Peter Bath 737-500 that was in service between May 2009 to October 2010. It seated 123 passengers and had two CFM56 3C engines. And with that, Palm Air, also known as Bath Travel Service, ceased operations in October 2010. The main reason for this was the Manchester Airport Group taking over Bournemouth Airport and allowing for airlines to come into the airport like TUI and Ryanair that still operate into Bournemouth Airport